Hello and welcome. Can anybody hear me? Melissa, can you type into the chat bar maybe? We should be on your left, on your right hand side. There should be a little tap message. Oh, hello. Oh, good. So you can hear me all right? Awesome. Okay, so we'll get started. I know, and I apologise that we're a little bit behind schedule due to some sort of confusion, and I apologise for that. Can I just check that you can see my screen? Oh, my two favourite. Well, everybody's my... Hello. I can. That's awesome. Oh, hey, Sarah and Karen. Sorry I can't be there tonight, but as Melissa told you, my flight was delayed back from New York. And and if you believe that, you believe anything that I tell you, because really, this is where I'm at. So you can see my screen, obviously, which is a good thing. Yeah, so this is... Sorry? Yeah, get rid of the control panel. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, I do apologise for not being there, but I've actually woke up this morning extremely sick and we didn't want to cancel it. So with the amazing use of technology, here I am. And you're not going to get a visual because it's even worse than that one there. So let's just make this happen. So welcome. As I'm not sure whether Melissa has brought you up to speed, but this is going to be something that we'll have every month on the first Tuesday of every month. Will be our social media managers and businesses networking and training events. So every month I'll bring something new or quirky or something that we need to delve into more of as a training, and then we'll get to hang out and have a few drinks and network. So that's really cool. All right, so let's get this started for you ladies. So Facebook Messenger, that's what we're going to cover today, and the Messenger bots. And I need you to take a couple of seconds just to think about what you want from this workshop. So what particularly do you want to know? And maybe Melissa can share that with me, or you can share it with me, and just making sure that I can cover in the time that we're together everything that you hope to get from Messenger bots. Okay, awesome. Well, we'll definitely cover that today, and then how you can use the bots in regards to your business. Now, I've just lost, hang on a minute, I've lost something here. Oh, I forgot to record it too. Hang on, I think I did record it. Yes, it's recording. Well, that's good. At least it's recording my end so we can share it in the group anyway, which will be good. Okay, so I first was introduced to bots probably about 6 or 7 months ago when I heard about them, and I didn't know a lot until the wonderful Karen was in our course and told me about how a guy was using them in a live feed, and that re-triggered my memory about, oh my god, I need to find out more about this. So it was thanks to Karen to actually trigger this event so we can all learn more from it. And that's the beauty of having for me, a social media community, and I hope that that's what this night will become, is where we can all share, because I don't know everything, far from it. We can all share the information, the experiences, and also, the troubles that we're having with different platforms or advertising or whatever, and just have this hub where we can all hang out and actually learn from each other. So that's the intention. So fasten your seatbelts, it's going to be a bit of a wild ride. Those that were at the Facebook workshop, I am going to just reiterate the changes or the new features in Facebook very quickly before we get into bots, just to make sense of why bots are so important and how Facebook is growing and diversifying into basically just about everything. So let's look at marketing for a minute. So Facebook continues to be the #1 champion of social media sites. It's where friends connect and share online, and where a big corporation or even a small local business, and this is the part that I love, that small local businesses can tap into the power of Facebook and really get in front of their competitors and actually, you know, give the big corporations a little bit of a run for their money. Facebook marketing tips, or the changes since April this year, are I'm tongue-tied, sorry, I haven't spoken to anyone all day and now I'm all twisted up. So we're able to put questions to groups. So what that means is when you create a group, you're able to ask your group or the new members of your group 3 questions, which will be actually perfect for your marketing. So that is new. We're able to play games inside of the Messenger app for those gamers, maybe a little bit younger people. The May 2017 algorithm update, I won't go into that too much, but I'll shed some light on that so you understand the power of Messenger. We have new in-app filters on like Snapchat. Trust me ladies, I'll warm up shortly, I'll be good to go. We now have ad breaks inside our live video. We have video timeline and we have Messenger, which we'll go into. So if you're an admin of a group, you may see this sort of thing come up now, where you can ask the members pending questions about why do you want to join the group, what's in the group, what are you looking from the group, so that's really important. In a blog published on the 10th of May, Facebook representatives told us that they're rolling out the new update, which means that fewer posts will be seen in the news link, and this is where the Facebook Messenger bot comes into play, and I'll reiterate why that is very soon. Simply because of what we know as fake news. So people putting news on Facebook and sending them out, or publications on Facebook and sending them out to a site which is really fake news. It's got nothing to do with what the post was about. We've got the new in-app camera icon, which is really funky and has all these really cool filters, very similar to Snapchat. So they're doing this again from their Facebook device or the app. 23rd of March, we've got the new reactions that I'm sure you've seen. If you actually love or hate something or have the angry face, it actually assists your algorithm reach higher than just liking or have sad face. Facebook introduced the temporary live location, which was featured inside Messenger again. So there's an actual theme happening here with Messenger, and you could turn your location on or off. Facebook pointed out that you have a stable camera. It's very beneficial when doing your Facebook Lives. Facebook is now rolling out crowdfunding. So over the next few months, you'll be able to, in the US, well this was back in March, so it'll start rolling out where we are shortly, but you'll be able to do your own donate or crowd or fund me sort of crowdsourcing, money. You'll be able to do that inside Facebook. I've lost my clicker. Over the past few months, some video makers. Yeah, you're not seeing it. Oh. How's that? Showing my screen. Okay, so I had it on main screen. My apologies. I thought it would just pick up my main screen, but obviously not. I'll go back. Hold the space. Quick. Okay. So, winding back. The Facebook group member requests look like this. So this is where you add questions to your Facebook groups. So that's what it looks like. This is just a blog post that was explaining the new fake news. So we got that. The new app, the camera app, which does the funky little filters like Snapchat. The new reactions, with the love and the like and the angry. This is what the temporary live location feature looks like inside a Messenger, where we can actually see where our friends are, good or bad, but that's just new. And as I said, that trend of being inside the Messenger app is something that is continually happening. Yeah, that's not really good. But anyway, we can turn that off. Facebook pointed out having stable tripods or similar features when doing your live broadcast, which is really important. This is what the new Donate Me or Crowdfund Me pages will look like. So you'll be able to do your own fundraising for family or friends or crises. Sorry? Through Messenger, yeah. So this one's not Messenger, this is our live video, which I'm sure we're all well aware of, but Facebook is now allowing broadcasters to take a break. So this will allow people to watch, you know, a 15-second ad while you jump off and grab a cup of tea or whatever, and you get paid for it if they actually click on the ad. So that's new, being rolled out. What else is new is we've got Facebook Live Audio being launched, which means for those that don't want to do live video, they may choose to just use their voice and become a broadcaster or podcasting. You can now do that. Not everybody, I haven't received it yet, but we know what happened to me when I didn't have Facebook Live. I didn't look hard enough. But that apparently is being rolled out very soon, so that'll be great for the podcasting world or the radio world. I've actually got a young girl that I'm training at the moment who wants to be a radio broadcaster, and I said to her, this is the amazing opportunity for you to actually do that now on Facebook without and then getting the attention of the big guys. So it's really great. We've got the Facebook cover timeline video, which we should all have now access to, where you can upload a video to your timeline. Extremely beneficial to have people being able to watch a bit of a story or your products or behind the scenes or whatever you want to share with them on video, which is absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I'm sure that with who we have there, you've got Facebook on your mobile, but let me just ask you a question. What do you use Facebook for on your mobile? Brilliant. I missed the last bit, yeah. Oh yes, cool, quick posts. Awesome. Through Messenger. There you go, that's awesome. All right, so why should you be using Facebook? Well, we all know the stats, I'm sure. 751 million people access their mobile device, Facebook, from their mobile devices daily, which is 3/4 of the people using Facebook. If it was a country, it would be number 3 in the world. Every 20 minutes, 1 million links are shared, 2 million friend requests, and 3 million messages are sent. It's the second largest website online. Now, why should your business use Facebook Messenger? Well, there's 1 billion active users on Messenger. 5 out of 10 people say they want to shop with a business that use a chat app or a, excuse me, I'm going to cough, a bot. A bot is a chat app. 67% expect to message with companies, so they expect to get some sort of conversation happening if they use Messenger. And only 33,000 people worldwide, businesses, are using chatbots on Messenger. So what that means is they've actually customized their own bot. You don't need to go out and customize your own bot at this stage, but I'd definitely look at, you know, doing that in the 2018 marketing budget, because it's the way of the future. And 7 out of 10 Aussies use Facebook and check into their phone daily, or from their phone daily. So even just bringing it down to Australia and what we've got here, we know that 7 out of 10 Aussies are using it. Why do 30% of businesses use Facebook? Well, that's because they're scared. They're scared of the new technology. Most businesses are still waiting for, you know, to build their email lists. You know, they're not redundant. They need to be built with Messenger bot, but they're still trying to work out ads. And they don't have time. I have phone calls every day from businesses who just don't have time to do it and don't want to pay $4,000 and $5,000 or $2,000 a month And that's why there is this huge market to have, you know, a small business sector growing as social media managers, whether it's freelancing or, you know, just taking on a couple of clients and running with it. So there is success out there. I've run through this with the ladies before, but Chris Bridger makes well over 20 grand a month from Facebook and has been since 2009. Bradley, I'm going to share you with some stats with Bradley about how people message his business shortly and how his back-end insights are doing really well. And that's Kalira Davis, who runs a very expensive dessert table, who is doing exceptionally well with Facebook. She initiated Facebook Live, or she took it on board when it first started a year ago. So it's never too late. But my thought process is, if you actually get in and start setting up your messenger bot applications or your communication, then you're going to be at the forefront of your competition, because your competition is still trying to work out, how does this all work? So again, I've reiterated this at every function, every workshop, and I'm not going to go into it, but you do need to have a strategy around bots again. So why do you want to use them? Who is your target market and what for? Excuse me. Social media is an application of websites that enable users to create and share content to participate in social networking. But what does it mean for businesses? So social media for business means marketing, and it refers to the process of gaining website traffic or attention through social media sites. Social media marketing programs usually center on the efforts to create content that attracts attention. Now, I'll share with you very soon about how a post that uses messenger bots can attract attention, and will encourage your readers to share it with their fellow social networks, and that's what our job is to do. The why, again, briefly, why do you want to use it? Do you want to be an expert? Do you want to educate? Do you want to brand? Do you want to sell, you know, events, tickets to events, customer retention and branding? The who, we all know that we should have a very clear identity of who our target market, and that goes even more for the bots. The good thing about the bots or using chatbots is you can create multiple groups, so you're not stuck with one target market. You might do a post on Facebook and say that this is targeted to women 18 to 25, and that's who you communicate to. But then you might do another ad or something similar where you want to attract women 40 years and over, so your communication will be different. And bots are very similar or very much the same like email marketing. So if you've got an email marketing list, you would know that you have different folders or different titles for different groups of people. So I hope that makes sense. And the what. So inside your bot, you can send them whatever you like, but again, you need to have a strategy around what does that look like. So you don't want someone signing up for a bot and then you don't communicate to them for 4 or 5 weeks. You need to be able to massage and build that relationship and nurture it. So what are you going to send them? Is it snippets of videos? Is it snippets of articles? Is it snippets of just general information, and then you're going to try and sell them something, or you're just going to go straight in and show them the store? Just depends again what your strategy is. The affinity and weight and decay, I'm not going into this because this is a mile long, but you need to understand a very basic part about the new update or the algorithm with Facebook, and that is that it has changed, and the number one issue that people have is the fact that their news feed is not getting, their posts aren't getting seen. So the easiest way to explain this is pretend that you're at a restaurant. So what happens first when you're at a restaurant, normally you'll check the menu to see what the options are, and this is what Facebook does with your posts. You'll consider all the information at your disposal. What would you like to eat? Is it lunchtime? Is it dinner time? Is it a good restaurant, etc., etc. From there, you'll make lightweight predictions in your head, especially if you're ordering for your wife. What would she like today? And then you'll consider all of this information and place the order. So exactly the same as what's happening in the Facebook algorithm. Using the 4 steps above, Facebook decides how to rank your content in its newsfeed. And those steps are inventory, signals, predictions, and score. The inventory is when you first open up your news feed. The algorithm will take inventory by looking at all the stories posted by your friends and the pages that you follow, in the same way that somebody would check a menu. The signals, Facebook considers all the data and tries to make an informed decision, which they get wrong a lot of times, but anyway, about how interested you may be in a certain story. Facebook calls this data signals, and there are hundreds of thousands of them that consider your content and that ranks your content, such as who posted the story, what phone it was used on, what time, how much bandwidth, etc., etc. Then Facebook will make a prediction on those signals to calculate the probability of the certain outcomes. For example, how are you likely to comment on that story, share on that story, spend time reading that story? So posting content to Facebook like it was 10 years ago and having everybody see it is non-existent. We really have to work harder and smarter to get our content seen. So this is where we get into Messenger bots. So Messenger, who has Messenger on their device? I imagine we all have. Yeah? Yeah, and I imagine we all use Messenger and are familiar with Messenger to communicate. I think Facebook made us go that way, what, 3 or 4 years ago. And a lot of people haven't, but we know the stats 3/4 of the population have. So inside Messenger itself, excuse me, Facebook added some cool features. And one of them is being able to add pictures to our story, which is very similar to Snapchat. Filter the images, like I said. We can create group conversations. And it has customized Facebook bots in there as well. Sorry, I have a bit of a cough. So what is a bot? It's a generalized term for software that automates a task. Currently on your Facebook page, you can automate messages to your fans when they contact you, but basically a bot turns this into natural language. Excuse me for a minute. Sorry. So a bot turns this... Sorry? No, I'm all good. I haven't spoken to anyone all day, so my voice is going, what are you doing? So basically the bot turns it into a natural language in a structured format, and I'll show you some examples of what that looks like. I'm just going to play you the video from Mark Zuckerberg when he launched this earlier this year, and just give you a bit of a feel of what he was talking about. Hopefully, I'll put my mic up to the speaker actually so that you can hear it.
We think that you should just be able to message a business in the same way you'd message a friend. You should get a quick response, and it shouldn't take your full attention like a phone call would, and you shouldn't have to install a new app. So today we're launching Messenger Platform, so you can build bots for Messenger. And it's a simple platform. It's powered by artificial intelligence, so you can build natural language services to communicate directly with people. So let's take a look. So CNN, for example, is going to be able to send you a daily digest of stories right into Messenger. And the more you use it, the more personalized it'll get. And if you want to learn about a specific topic, like, say, the Supreme Court nomination or the Zika virus, you just send a message and it'll send you that information. Or take 1-800-Flowers. I love this one. Now, if you want to send a message, flower, you don't have to install a new app or enter your credit card again. You just send a message. And I bet that's not who you thought those flowers were going to. I know someone who's sitting here today who also thought that those were not who those flowers were going to. Now, I have to say, I love this one. I find it pretty ironic, because now, to order from 1-800-Flowers, you never have to call 1-800-Flowers again. So Messenger is going to be the next big platform for sharing privately, and for helping you connect with services in all kinds of new ways.
Hopefully you heard that all right. Did it come through all right? Oh, okay. I don't know why. Maybe it lagged a bit. You'll see it in a minute, because I've got some of the 1-800 examples up here for you. So what he's basically saying, which is good, you know, like apps are still very popular and people make apps for their business, specific for their business, but you know, open up the world of access to Facebook and its audience, and having a chat bot app, I suppose, inside is just amazing. You know, just imagine being able to you know, message a business about something and have them tell you that information like CNN News straight away. It's just mind-blowing. And we all, including our clients, want information instantly. We tend not to, you know, want to wait around for it because we're so used to having that information delivered straight away to our phones now and our device. So if you, yes. Inside Messenger or through their own app? So yes, yes, and yes. So to answer your question, it's very similar to virtual chat, but it's inside Messenger. So the whole platform is created inside Messenger, if that makes sense. So you don't have to go and download a separate app. You just attach the Messenger. Well, people will message you from your Facebook page or download the app. Like I'm not connected to CNN News, but I can tap into their bot, if that makes sense. And yeah, so it's very similar, but it's just operating inside the Messenger app rather than external apps. Then you can make it talk to humans. So if you want to talk to a human, you should get the option to talk to human, and then the human will be notified to actually have a conversation with you. So if you were to open up your Messenger app now, if you just wanted to have a little play with it, if you open Messenger up and go to your home screen, and in the top search function, if you did actually type in the word news, you will see the news bots that come up. It should come up with Sky News, BBC News, NBC, ABC, etc., etc. Yeah. So now if you do the same thing and you do 1-800-Flowers, you should see their bot come up as well. And there's now 1-800-Dentist, GC, Cosmetic Centre, 1-800-Reverse, etc. And all you need to do is select on one of those bots and you'll actually get connected with them. I suggest you play around with a few bots just to see what other businesses are doing. But if you go back to your home screen again and just hit on the search button, you'll see now you should have your people, you should have your recent searches, and then you should have the bots. And you can scroll through and see some of the bots that have already been preloaded and have a play with them. There's a meditation bot, well, this is what I've got on mine. Domino's Pizza, Food Network, HubSpot, The Score. There was even a trivia game on there as well. In America, the Uber function or the Uber bot has been released, so soon that will be on here as well. And I think more and more big corporations are actually making their own bots to access the Messenger network, which I think is pretty cool. Using bots for business, what it does for you is it creates instant engagement. There's a 99.9% open rate when a message lands to a mobile phone through Messenger compared to email marketing. I've done a bit of email marketing over the last few years, 10 years, 15 years, whatever, and I've never been able to get my open rate up past about 10%, and that's relatively good. Some businesses get 30%, that's great, but Messenger has an open rate of 99.9%. You can use it to generate leads and sales because you can actually now have a conversation in real time with these people, and it doesn't have to particularly be you, and nurture that relationship. You can use bots in your adverts inside your advert campaign. So when you do an ad now, you have the choice to connect with Messenger, which means when somebody sees your ad, they might click, and then you'll get a message straight away saying, Leanne clicked your ad, and they might say hello. So it's all automated in the back end of your Facebook ads campaign. And you can create your own custom bot if you want something a little bit more fancy. But definitely I wouldn't race out and do that just yet. I'd definitely play around with the cheaper programs there so that you know how to get it right and get it right for your company. And then definitely look at creating your own bot. Facebook Messenger chatbots will let you automatically provide consumers with an immediate response. They can answer basic questions like, what's your return policy, even though it's posted in 3 different places on your website, but hello. Freeing up your customer service team, so you can definitely use it for customer service. You can use it for ordering, you can use it for selling products, you can use it for education. The sky's the limit. You can use it just to stream or broadcast and let them know when you're doing something, or when you're going live, even for a Facebook Live feature or live TV. Any questions? Yeah, yes and no. So you can give them options. So you can say, I'll show you some examples in a minute, but you can say, you know, do you like red? Yes or no. And yes, we'll take them on another stream of conversation. No, we'll take them down another path. So you set up the conversation for them, that you preempt. Yes, you preempt with the choices. Or you can say things like, hey, just letting you know I'm going live today at 5 o'clock. Here's the link. And you can add a link. Or you could say, here's my latest event, you know, please click here to buy a ticket, and you could send them to Eventbrite. Uploaded my latest video. So it's really, really, really customized. You just create whatever that experience is for your client, or whatever you think it is, yeah? Is that, does she bother you through bots, through Messenger? Yeah. So get... Yes. So you've got to be careful. Yeah, so there's... So a lot of the Sorry, I'm hearing feedback on myself. Well, you can automate what... Oh, sorry, I'm hearing myself. I'm going to just take my earphones off. So if you're talking to me, message me for a minute. So you can automate the days, like you want one message to go out now, one in a day, one in 2 days, and then not message them again. So that's all fully customized as well. Okay, I'm back. So with this one here, this is my first AdBots Messenger, Facebook Messenger ad campaign. So when I played around with it a little while ago, when was it, in July, June, end of June, I thought I would create a post, spend $30 and see what my leads were. And that's the biggest thing with businesses. When we do a Facebook ad of some sort or whatever sort, we hope to get some sort of lead engagement. Normally we would want them to sign up to a webinar, like Sarah said, or, you know, to something to get that, capture their information. So with the Facebook Messenger ad campaign, I didn't actually get them to sign up to anything. It just all came through Messenger, through the Messenger bot, Messenger app. So I spent $30. I got 28 subscribers, and basically those subscribers, as you can see from the screen here, just kept going up every single day. It blew my mind away. And my cost per new lead was $1.07. I have never, ever in my life got that many leads from a $30 ad. I've spent a lot more over the years and had a lot less results on my email campaigning. So that blew my mind, and it was very easy to do. Sorry, was there a question? No. Ooh, yeah, it's a big ooh. So then what I did was not nurture that relationship. I can't even remember what the ad was about. It was something to do with Facebook, obviously. And then I left them alone, and about a month later I was doing a Facebook Live, and I did a broadcast, because you can broadcast to your list, and I went, hey guys, going live Facebook 9 o'clock Friday, whatever. I lost about 10 of them instantly by doing that broadcast, but that's okay, because for me, I've still got the 19 or however many I had that actually wanted to hang out and, you know, learn from the information. So very quickly cleaned out my list, which I found good. Well, I found beneficial actually. So here's a couple of examples. So with Whole Foods, for example, they will have a message over here on the left hand side where they'll ask you to narrow it down a bit. So they'll say type of dish, breakfast or brunch. Then they'll give you recipes. And then once you've clicked on your recipes, for an example, then they take you over to the website where you can see that recipe. So that's one way of doing it. So you can narrow down their questioning and still make it look somewhat personable. Domino's Pizza, sorry? Oh. Okay. Okay, so you can see Whole Foods. Yeah, brilliant. So that's just an example of where they're finding what type of dish do they want a recipe for. Breakfast, lunch, it'll pops up with this sort of, you know, cinnamon bread. View recipe or go back, so they're their choices. When they click on view recipe, then it actually brings up the recipe from their website, which is pretty cool. Another example is it loaded yet? All right, awesome. So Domino's obviously have their app. So when you click on Domino's, it says get started. So it says, hi, this is Dom. You can actually customize the ones that I'll show you with their first name themselves. What can I help you with? New order, reorder, or track order. And then it actually takes them to the order process, which again is really cool. Then you've got your 1-800-Flowers, which they were just talking about on the video. If you go and type in and connect with 1-800-Flowers, you'll get the message again, get started. Then they'll say, what are you looking for? And then eventually bring up your list where you can order and pay for the flowers through the Messenger app. People, yeah, I'm going to put myself out there. I honestly don't know, but because I think about the future, I'm going to put myself out there and say yes, only because people are lazy, you know, and we already know that people don't go back, like 1% of our audience don't go back to our Facebook page. So therefore, if we've set up Shopify or, you know, I mean, still do it by all means, but I'm just saying that if you go to the trouble of setting that up, that's all well and good. But if our audience aren't coming back to our page, how can we still engage them? Do you know what I mean? So when they do want to buy a dress or a pair of shoes, are they more likely to open up their Facebook Messenger and go, yes, I remember somebody sending me a message about what colour shoes, than trying to find a business name on the page? That's my prediction, whether it be right or wrong. And I think that is because we are lazy. We don't go back looking for those business pages. I mean, for those business pages to work with the advertising and the shop information, then one would have to direct, you know, Facebook marketing campaigns to them. But then I would say, why would you send somebody to a Facebook page with a picture when you could send them to your messenger and actually know who that person is? So you can now follow up. Hey, why didn't you buy those red shoes? Is there anything else we can help you with? And make it personable. My thoughts are... Yeah, and like all, you know, social media platforms and apps and funky, you know, things, they come and they go. I'm using it at the moment for just, you know, word of the day to share with different students, and I'm actually finding that's not in my face. You know, I'm wanting that information, and I think that's the key actually. If you're providing information that's wanted and not in their face trying to sell them something, then you're going to get some longevity out of it. If you're like the lady with the webinar, you're constantly, you know, hitting you between the eyeballs, and especially when they, send out these bots that come through to us at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, you're going to start making your audience very disgruntled, and they're going to say, like you said, it's annoying the hell out of me. So there's definitely a fine line there. Oh, the group ones. Yeah, exactly. And like Sarah was saying with the news, you subscribe to the bot because you're going to get what you want, which is the news daily. So I think from a business point of view, we have to think about, what does my customer want? Not daily, not weekly, not monthly, but what do they want, and how can I best provide that information without getting into their space? So yeah, I don't think it's going to play. Yeah, I don't know that it'll replace our emails. I really think it needs to at this present time, because people can ignore an email, right? We send an email, they file it in a folder, and they'll go back and look at it when they're ready. So I don't think it would replace emails just yet. I think it needs to be worked with or in conjunction with your email marketing campaign. And what I mean by that is, sending out some bots and engaging, and maybe then offering something free where they'll have to go to the website to subscribe. And then maybe you'll let go of the bot messenger application, for a few months, and maybe nurture them by sending them an email newsletter. I don't know. And maybe when you have an event, you then send it out to your list on the messenger. So that's where balance will definitely come into it. But I think both need to be working together initially. Sorry, I missed that, Karen. Yeah, I agree. It is. Yeah, I agree. It is definitely a way to get people to subscribe to your list. But I think personally that people can unsubscribe straight away, so you don't know who they are. At least with Messenger, you have their name and their profile. You don't actually have anything tangible except for the fact that when you message them, it opens up on their device, right? With an email, you're actually sending it to their inbox. So I agree that you should build the list. I'm not saying don't, but I just think in this early stages that part of the marketing strategy should be nurturing both of them, like taking them from bots to emails, and what I'm saying is, don't just go ahead and start building a bot subscription and then forget about emails. No. So yeah, no. So maybe the other bots. I've only used the one that you were telling me about, which is ManyChat. Maybe some of the other bot sites will give you their email, but ManyChat won't. You get a subscription through Messenger, so they have to be on Messenger and on Facebook for them to subscribe. You don't get their email address. So so you are building a list of subscribers, absolutely, but they're on your Messenger bots, not your email list. So you don't get both, no. So how did you get the link though? Where did it pop up? Well, I mean, that's another way. You could say, you know, to get the 3 webinar recordings, and you send them to the website, just put in their email address. So that's using it both ways, both mediums. Yeah, so I just think you should use both. I think you should be capturing them through bots because it's easy. They don't have to have a sign in or a buy-in. And then after you build the relationship, then get them, you know, maybe not off your bot, but into your email list as well, if you can. So why use Messenger? Well, it's easy to sell. It's conversational. You know, click here, type that, and next minute you've got them on a list. People exchange 1.2 billion messages every day with businesses, every month with businesses, so people are used to doing that. It's perfect for people who don't like selling, so you're not in their face, you can communicate with them without, you know, at an arm's length. It's a low barrier, so you don't need to, as a consumer, you don't need to enter their email addresses. It's really, it's so easy. You just type a word or click here and you're actually onto the list. And like I just said, you should incorporate your bot with your email account somehow. Have that part of your sequence or part of your strategy or part of your plan. There are some different tools for bots. The one that Karen mentioned to me and that I've been using is ManyChat.com. There is a free version. I've upgraded to the pro version because I guess gives a lot more benefits, but it's only $10 a month. So, you know, compared to other costs, it's a no-brainer for me. Botify is you get 1 free chat to up to 100 subscribers, and then you have to pay. There's Converse, they're the ones that will actually take payments for you through PayPal, etc. So that's easily set up. There's Chatfuel, takes 10 minutes to learn apparently, I haven't tried it, and 7 minutes to set up. There's Chatty People and Sequel. So there's quite a few different ones out there that you can go use for, you know, free for trialing to see if it'll work for you and then make a decision of what that looks like. My cousin sent me a message this morning. He has a travel agency in Phuket, and he's paying $150 a month for live chat. So very similar, but live chatting on his website for prospective clients. And he asked, would this work on his website? So yes, you can put the Messenger app on your website. So you won't have a live chat box, you actually have the Messenger app where it says message me. And then that opens up the door to say, you know, for him, for example, where are you looking to travel? Thailand. Great, what part of Thailand? You know, so you can start that conversation up and send videos. I said to him, you could be sending videos of different tour sites or places, etc. to these people. He's specifically Thailand based. He only does tours in Thailand. So Phuket, yeah. Oh yeah, that would be a huge setup, yeah. But for him, you know, it would definitely work. He's just got to ask them a few questions, like how long are you staying for, when are you wanting to come? Yeah, he'd have that conversation going. For my son with his carpet cleaning business, I just want to show you some stats. He's not using Messenger bot. He manually messages everybody that comes to him. And I'm admin on his page, and some days I see 88 messages come through. I just need to teach him to automate it now. But the power of the messages from a post, you can see on these statistics, you know, 43 likes on a page from a post, 4,900 reaches. I don't understand reaches. I think they're, anyway, let's not go there. So post engagements, 557, 88% of his messages, he's responding in 6 minutes. So every 6 minutes he's responding manually. The video views are up, and also the page follows are up. And that's just using Messenger app without a bot. So it just shows you how much more engagement you'll get. Why? Because when you have a post, goes back to our algorithm, you've got a post, people are commenting on a post, it's in line with the algorithms. I can't even remember what they were back at the beginning of the PowerPoint. Anyway, it was in line with that, which means the Facebook is going to boost your post because people are wanting to see it. So that's just using Messenger without bots, full stop. So some of you, actually, sorry. Yeah, absolutely. But try and tell him to do that. Yeah, it's not happening at the moment. But this is the same kid that wasn't going to use Facebook to market at all ever, and is making all his money from Facebook. So it's just small days. But you know. Absolutely, and not only that, it gives yourself, the business owner, back so much more time. So now instead of being on the phone every 6 minutes trying to manually book in a client, you know, it's automated for you and you just look at your booking sheet and go, great, we've got 6 carpets today and 2 couches. Off we go, happy days. Oh, absolutely. And the top questions already are you free on Friday? And then you go, what for? Carpet or, you know, couch? Bedroom, 4 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms, downstairs, upstairs. Yeah. But the point is, the fact that people tag themselves and make those questions on a post is how it enriches the post engagements. And that is exactly the same thing that will happen with a bot. I think they're going to help us get a higher organic reach. Just by having people comment with action, whatever that is. So I think most of you, I've gone too much. Most of you actually typed in hashtag bots on this post that I put up last night. Okay, so that's how. So I was actually going to get you all to do it today, but a lot of you had already jumped on and had a look at it. So when you do a post or a video, you give instructions for them to get more information. So you would say, hey, look, you know, if you want more information on this event, just type event in the comment section. So they type event in the comments section. So now you're enriching the post's organic reach because of the fact that they're typing comment in there. Oh, so you set up the bot. So the next step is you've got to have this preset. So with ManyChat, I'll go to the next screen. That was just what happened this afternoon when I sent out an email to, a bot to everybody, and just the open rate. Didn't you get that? Oh, you're not on the list then. I'll have to go check. 18 was sent, only 16 were delivered. See, that's interesting. 5 were open, but that was at 5 o'clock. That was 3 minutes after I actually sent it out. Actually, I'll go live and, I haven't got it set up here. I do. Oh, that is me live. Duh. Oops, hang on. I thought that was a screenshot. No, it is a screenshot. Hang on, let me just quickly go. Sorry, Sarah, what was your question? Oh, how does that work with bots? Okay, so when you've got a bot, like this is the back end of the bot now, live. Hang on, I'll just share this screen. Safari. So you should be able to see Safari now. Is it coming through? Okay, so this is the dashboard. So you would use one of those tools as I explained, and I'm using ManyChat. So with ManyChat, you have your dashboard of active subscribers, and as of the last few days, it's slowly going back up again, and that's based on posts that I've already created in the past, where people are still typing something on there, so it's still trending without paying any money for it. And if we say that we had, what did I have, 13, now I've got 18, so they're worth, I paid $1.07 for Facebook to give them to me. Now I'm getting them for free, new leads. But how does it work? For example, so you have a number of growth tools, and I won't go into all these now, but what you can do is just create a growth tool, and these are your different growth tools. So what I'm using, has my screen changed yet? Yeah, okay, so I'm using Facebook comments. So you click on Facebook comments, and then it says select a post. So all you do is go in and select whatever post it is that you're wanting to make a comment on, select that post like I did for this one, and you just give it instructions. So now it's on your Facebook page as a post. You put the trigger word in there, which might be whatever, Facebook, and it'll go through and set up the automatic post for you, or the reaction, or the sequence, or whatever. And then, excuse me, once you've got your audience on your list, so there's your list, it doesn't give you the email address, it just gives you their name. But you can click on their profile and go over and see who they are, okay, and which list they've subscribed to. And you can start chatting with them individually. Ask me the question again, Sarah, sorry, because I probably lost myself in the question. Okay, so if I do a normal post, let me just go to Facebook. Oh, it's still there. No, well, that was a broadcast. So, no, she's subscribed. I probably, yeah. Yeah. No, I can't remember what my ad was. I did an ad through Ads Campaign, and I just can't remember what the ad was, but I was sending them, oh, actually, I think it was this one. Hang on a minute. I think it was, if you're interested in free training. Oh, I can't tell you if you replied to it. But just go back to the question Sarah had, otherwise I'm going to get lost again. So how comments work with bots? You have to put the content on your page first. Then if you want to work with the bots, you go back over to your Messenger, your growth tools, and you select that post, your Facebook post, and you add the trigger question or the keyword that you want them to select. So that's how you work it with your Facebook. You can't just put a post on and say, type in contact me and not have a, well, you actually could, then you'd manually have to go in and do that. But you would have the software of the bot attached to that post so that it automates whatever you're giving them, whether it be the webinar links or the video recordings, etc., etc. Does that make sense? So the whole idea is by increasing the organic reach of your bot, you need people to comment on the bot or share the post, sorry. And the way that you get more comments on your post would be by saying things like, you know, type bot. So the one that I did yesterday, type bot in here, and I had 6 people. You should have got a message. So did you get a message? Okay, so that was just a... That's right, which said, hey, isn't this cool? I can't wait to teach you more, or something like that. Yeah. Now, if I continue to build the relationship with everybody that signed up and said bots, then the next one is and will be a recording of the video. So, oh, you missed it, here's a recording of the, you know, training. So now I'm starting to build a relationship with the people that subscribed. Yeah? Yeah. Well, you give them the option to unsubscribe as well. So you give them the option to stop. If they don't want it, stop it. But quite frankly, I don't want them on the list anyway if they're not interested in the content. You know, it's making my figures look not real. So you really only want people that want the information. Yeah. Yes, that's another way. Yeah. So again, you know, I had sorry. No, I was just going to say that, you know, from that one post last night, I had 2468 people, 2 of them were family, just to make sure it worked before I did it. But I had 6 people actually subscribe to the list. So A, they subscribe to a list, which now I can communicate with them. And B, it's actually made that post search higher in the organic feed. Yeah, cool. You can do it on anything. It doesn't need to be a post. It can be a video, it could be a live video, it can be, you know, whatever you want. All right, cool. And that's where you need to have the strategy. So you need to develop that strategy of what are you going to use it for, how are you going to use it, and is it going to work? And that's an invasion of privacy if I show everybody on my list. But definitely I'll have it. Sorry? It should have worked, yeah. I know it worked on my end through my social media account because I saw it come up. In my messengers, yeah. I'll have to, yeah, probably shouldn't show that, yeah. Sorry, I missed that. Yes. Yes. That was a broadcast. That was a bot broadcast, so I manually did that. So no, I physically did it. It's a broadcast. So I went into ManyChat and said I want to send this message right now. Same if I was to do a Facebook Live, I could send a message saying, hey guys, going Facebook Live tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And then I could send you another one. I manually did that. That's not a sequence, that was a manual broadcast. Yeah, so I sent it to the whole list. I could have segregated it, but because the list had subscribed to Facebook Live events and all sorts of stuff to do with Facebook, I just sent it to the entire list. I'll check it out. Well, that's the 2 that are missing. So on my my stats, it had 16. It had, the audience was 18. Oh. Anyway. So on my screenshot, it said that I sent 16, I sent 18, only 16 were delivered. So there's the 2 that weren't delivered then. Would be you 2, if you didn't get it. Yeah. That is scary if they knew where you were. All right, well, any questions? Because that's... Yeah. Yeah. But it was 6. Sorry? Not tonight, but I can next month. Absolutely. Yeah, so I'm using ManyChat, yeah. So I can show you next month how, well, I should be there, how to set one up. Absolutely. You'd all have to subscribe to ManyChat though. You'd have to get that all set up, just the free version. You won't be able to do the growth tools, they're limited. But anyway, between now and then, the homework is, I'll do a session on setting up a bot, and you have to go into ManyChat and work out whether or not you're okay with the free version or whether you want to pay, because that'll depend on what features you get. Start botting. Well, they're both students, Melissa. Yeah. Yeah.